How's it going, everyone? Hey, I just want to create this video for you today because I want to give you some updates here at the church and also give you a brief devotional for your encouragement this week. So number one, we've got a mission trip coming up on March 16th all the way to the 21st. Myself and a number of others from the church are going to be headed to Puerto Penasco, Mexico, about an hour from the Arizona border. And we're going to be partnering with an organization called I-68, which stands for Isaiah 6:8, Here I am, Lord, send me. This organization is going to partner with us, and we're going to build 2 homes in Mexico for 2 families in need. These 2 families are quite literally living out of cardboard boxes at the moment. So we're working with them, and the one thing that they have asked us is to take a love offering this coming Sunday at church on the 13th. So in addition to your tithe, if you feel so led to give to this ministry, then we just encourage you to do so. Not only that, but while we're in Mexico, we're going to be doing some beach evangelism. Number 2, just wanted to update you on our Ottawa University ministry coming up. This past Sunday after church, we had a meeting and 40 individuals attended the meeting. 40. And I know that there were more who were unable to attend as well. So we have a large group of us from church interested in really getting this ministry underway. One thing I wanted to notify you of is that on Friday night, March 25th at 7 p.m. near the Student Union, outside by the fire pit, we're going to have an ice cream social. Before, this was going to be indoors, and we just didn't have enough space to invite everyone, but we've changed the location, and now, if you're interested in helping with the OU ministry, then we want you there to mix and mingle on Friday night, the 25th at 7 p.m. out by the fire pit. Get to know the students and prepare for a month of ministry in April. See, in April, there's 5 Friday nights. So for every single Friday night in the month of April at 7 p.m. in the chapel, we're going to be holding a service there on campus for the OU students. So get to know them for the mix and mingle with the ice cream, and then come on Friday nights in the chapel for services that we're going to bring to the students. I really feel like this is going to be a time where we see individuals come to see the Lord. This season in April is just going to be a pilot season, but then starting in August for the new school year, we're going to officially launch the ministry. Okay, just a few other things. On Sunday night, March 27th, we're going to be in the Activity Center. Remember, it's going to be our vision casting and barbecue night. I'm going to cast vision. We're going to have a corporate time in prayer, and then we are going to serve you a barbecue meal. Last thing I just want to mention is if you would continue, if you're a woman, if you would continue to consider the women's retreat from April 1st and 2nd, please use this as an evangelistic opportunity. Please use this as an opportunity to get to know other women here at our church. Please use this as a time that you yourself would grow in your walk with God. I know that Anna Paula is putting a lot of work into this, and so is the worship team who's leading, and then there's individuals sharing testimonies. It's going to be a wonderful time. So please make sure that you're there for that event. Now, for the devotional to close, I wanted to remind you of Matthew chapter 9, starting in verse 32 all the way to 38. It says this: Jesus is working with his disciples. He's doing ministry. And it says in verse 32, as they were going out, a mute, demon-possessed man was brought to him. After the demon was cast out, the mute man spoke, and the crowds were amazed and were saying, nothing like this has ever been seen in Israel. But the Pharisees were saying, he casts out the demons by the ruler of the demons. Jesus was going through all the cities and villages, big cities, small towns, teaching in their synagogues and proclaiming or preaching or heralding the gospel, the good news of the kingdom, and healing every kind of disease and every kind of sickness. Seeing the people, notice it says seeing the people, not missing the people, but seeing the people. He felt compassion for them. He had an emotional response for them that started in his gut and went up through his chest. Seeing the people, he felt compassion for them, because they were distressed and dispirited, like what? Like sheep without a shepherd. He could tell that people were lost. Then he said to his disciples, the harvest is plentiful. There's lots of work to be done out there. There's lots of people ready for the gospel. But verse 37 at the end of it says, but the workers are few. Verse 38, therefore beseech or call upon the Lord of the harvest to send out workers into his harvest. And I think that's just a principle that you and I need to understand. Our vision statement here at the church is to live sent. And really living sent means beseeching the Lord of the harvest to send out workers into the harvest. Lord, how would you be willing to send me? What we're doing with this mission trip is we are sending people. What we're doing with really the configuration of our church is we want to send people. The end game is not just to count it as a victory once people have come into the pews, but the end game is to disciple them, to equip them, to then go and to fulfill the Great Commission. I remember when I was in college, I want to close with this story. I remember there was one night where I went to Kmart, and for some reason Kmart was open late. It was open late till like 11 p.m. And I went there as a college student one night around 10 or 10:30, and I just got caught up in prayer in the parking lot. And I was like, Lord, I don't even know why I'm here, why I'm praying, but I just feel the need to be prepared for ministry. So I walked inside of Kmart, got a few groceries while I was in there. This is probably back in like 2007, 2008. And then I walk up to the cash register. I'm prayed up, I'm ready, I'm willing to see someone with compassion. And I got to the cash register, and no joke, it was like the Lord just said, I want you to ask the cashier about her son. And okay, that's interesting, that's weird. So it's late at night, I'm the only one at the checkout line, and I'm starting to talk with this woman and build a relationship with this woman. And I just got the courage to say, hey, may I ask you, this may seem bold or just out of nowhere, but do you have a son? And she said, yeah, I have a son. And I was like, may I ask, how is he doing right now? I don't know this woman from Adam, but I just asked her the question because I felt like the Lord laid it on my heart. And she said, well, in the last week, he broke into a home and he's gotten into some trouble, and now the police are looking for him. And I'm like, okay, that's the Lord. Right then and there, I got to encourage her with the love of Jesus Christ. I got to pray for her, got to pray for her son. And I don't know what came about from that time, but the woman knew that I specifically asked about her son, and then I got to share the gospel with her. I think when we ask the Lord to send us out, he'll use us and he'll do great things. When we ask the Lord for opportunities, it's even possible that our heart would be softened to what he's doing. If you love people, and if you don't miss people, and if you have compassion for people, the Lord is going to pave a way for you to share the gospel with them. The harvest is plentiful, but there's very few people who care to go out into the harvest. But we are a church that wants to live sent, and I just encourage you to do so today. God bless you, church family. We'll see you on Sunday.